Well, hello all. It's the Travelling Comic here, and you're welcome to the channel. Today finds me on a ship that some of you will recognise. This was a ship that I was on for the first time about 6 months ago. It's Oceania Vista. I've joined it today in Southampton to do the first week of what is called the Grandeur of Great Britain voyage. In other words, it's travelling right round the British Isles, and you're coming with me. The stops that we'll be doing, well, tomorrow we have a sea day. Then we are in New Haven, which is the stop for Edinburgh. Then we're in Kirkwall in the Orkney Islands, Stornoway in the Hebrides, Killybegs down in the Republic of Ireland, and then pulling into Belfast where I leave it. So we've lots to see, there's lots to do. If you think this is something that you would like to watch, and you know what to do, keep watching. Well, it's a few hours on now from I was last speaking to you. That was, what time was that? That was about 12 o'clock when I'd got on the ship. I've done one or two things that I needed to do. I unpacked. I was at the laundry doing some ironing. And then I had a little nap because I've been up from 4 o'clock this morning to catch an early flight to Heathrow and then be picked up and driven down to Southampton. So I'll be honest with you, that caught up with me. So I lay down and had a bit of a sleep. Anyway, we're getting ready now to set sail. We've done all the safety briefings and I'm going to take you out onto the balcony and let you see the tugboat getting ready to take us out. So I hope you're ready for your first night at sea and a day at sea tomorrow. Let's take a look at what's happening. There's the tugboat. The tug. That end, so it must be pulling our tail out, I think. And then we'll set sail. I'm assuming it's going to be that way, simply because a Fred Olsen ship headed that way about an hour ago. Okay. As you can see by that little footage of the sea, it's dark because it's nighttime. And I've had a lovely meal, and I'm just back from the theatre watching the Welcome Aboard show, hosted by the cruise director, Peter. The cast did introduce themselves, the entertainment team introduced themselves, and some of the singers sang songs, and a wonderful time was had by all. But anyway, we are at sea tomorrow, and my fellow guest entertainer this week is a female vocalist from Edinburgh, from Scotland. I think it's Edinburgh. No, it's definitely Scotland. Hannah Howie. And if I get a chance to bump into her and see her and speak to her, and she's willing to come on, well, I'll get her to say hello to you as well. But tomorrow is a sea day, and we're going to have a relaxing day. I'll chat to you then. Until then, night night. It's morning. Wonderful night's sleep. Seas were calm. Although I will say this, and I'm looking out, but I'll show you after I do this talking bit. It's a grey day. But then, sure, we're heading up to Scotland, and the good weather that we have been enjoying seems to have gone. Of course, I'm recording this near the end of May, 24th of May. Anyway, I'll not be doing, incidentally, I'll not be doing a walkthrough of the ship. So if you're sitting waiting for a walkthrough of the ship, that's not going to happen. And if you want to see the ship in detail, just scroll through my previous videos and you will see a full walkthrough of the Vista. But I will tell you a little bit about it, simply because in 2 weeks' time, Oceania are launching their newest ship. So just 2 weeks' time to its launch, which is the sister ship of this, is going to be called the Allura. So there's another Oceania ship being launched in 2 weeks' time. This one was built in 2023. I have all the details here. It's not that I'm a font of knowledge. It has 1,200 guests, 800 crew members from 47 nationalities. That's the ship I'm on at the minute. Okay, guest to staff ratio 150:1. Passenger decks 11. Total decks 15. Port of registry is the Marshall Islands, Majuro in the Marshall Islands, wherever that is. I'll not even try to pronounce it because I would get it wrong. The overall length is 241 meters, or if you're in the old money, 790 feet. The beam 32, 105 feet. Maximum draft 7.6 meters, or 24 feet. Gross tonnage 67,000 tons. Maximum speed 20 knots. Propulsion 2 by 12 electric synchro motors, 4 diesel engines. I'm laughing because you aren't one bit interested in this, but boating people will. There are 2 bow thrusters, 2 stabilizers, and it was built in Italy. Okay, and the sister ship to this is coming in 2 weeks' time. Right, it's a sea day today. I have absolutely nothing planned to do, apart from, in actual fact, I am editing another YouTube video to do with a motorcycle run that I did. If you're interested in motorcycles, you can watch out for that coming. But anyway, it's a sea day. I will show you the sea state. And my only plan for today is after dinner tonight to go and see Hannah's show. And I'll show you a little clip of that. If I do see anything around the ship today that I think is worth of interest to you, I will film it and then reference it later on tonight. But in the meantime, you enjoy your day. I'm going to enjoy my sea day.
Again, we have 073. It's your Queen B, 073.
What a relaxing day I had, and the day is over. I've just left the theatre. I went to see Hannah's show. I didn't meet her anywhere around the ship today, so I wasn't able to ask her if I could film any of it. And so all that you have seen, the little clip that you did see, was pre-show, just the audience coming in for the show. And it was a fabulous show, really, really good, really good. A female vocalist. I also have up a little clip of the bingo. I think that's up, and I wanted to show you one part of the ship that I always liked looking at myself. I can sit and watch it all day long, and that was in the foyer, the Lalique crystal chandelier, the Lalique chandelier that cascades down from the ceiling, changes color and all that sort of stuff. And I could just sit and watch it all day long. But anyway, I'm easy pleased, aren't I? Okay, off to bed. Your sea day is over. And tomorrow we arrive into Newhaven. Now, Newhaven is the tender port for Edinburgh. So it's all the little boats going across to Newhaven, which is a lovely little spot in itself. And then the shuttle buses on into Edinburgh. Now, I'm not going into Edinburgh tomorrow. I've been to Edinburgh many times, and I think I'm back in Edinburgh at least once this year. And I did an in-depth video on Edinburgh as well. So if you want to see that, click through my channel and you'll be able to see it. It's also the marathon tomorrow in Edinburgh. So the last thing that I want to do is stand behind ropes and watch people go running past me, or whatever they do in marathons. I will be watching the Monaco Grand Prix. I hope to be able to get it on the ship here. If not, I'll go ashore in the tender to Newhaven just, and I'll go to a little restaurant or cafe there and catch the Grand Prix. Anyway, that's enough for now. Tomorrow I'll see you in New Haven and I'll show you a little bit of it. Okay, see you then. And good morning. Well, as you can see out the window, we're not in New Haven, we're not in Edinburgh. No, we're still at sea. Now, that's because all the good plans can be upended very quickly when you're on a cruise ship. The plan for today was that we would arrive into New Haven this morning. Then we would take the little tender boats, that's the lifeboats. We would take those across to the harbour at New Haven, stay in New Haven, or as I said last night, get on the shuttle bus into Edinburgh. We arrived this morning. The local port authorities and the pilot on board then said we had to abort that operation. There was winds of about, well, the winds were going to be up to 40 miles an hour with the sea swell 1.5 meters high, which would mean that it was unsafe to do the tendering operation, and so the call into to Port Haven into Edinburgh was cancelled. So we're at sea. We were hugging the, we have been, and I'll show you a video of that, hugging the Scottish coast, which meant that I was able to have 4G signal and was able to see that I can get to watch the Monaco Grand Prix. I've signaled to watch the Monaco Grand Prix as we hug the coast up, because the channel that I was hoping for on the television wasn't here. Anyway, our plans for today is a day at sea. I will watch the Monaco Grand Prix. Then you will come with me. I'm doing great poetry here. You will come with me to the theatre because I have a show tonight. So you can come with me as I do the sound check. That's not to 7 o'clock this evening. And then we'll go down and do the show at 9:30. So a wonderful day at sea. Fingers crossed for an exciting Grand Prix, although it's Monaco. And I know they're doing a mandatory 2 pit stops, which I think will be played tactically, and it'll probably be a boring Monaco Grand Prix. But however, that remains to be seen. So the next time I see you, we'll be going down to the theatre to do the sound check. Okay, see you then. Just like that, it's sound check time. So glorious evening now. The sun is just glinting off the sea, which I'll actually let you see before I go and do the sound check. So I'm going to go down to the theatre now, do the sound check. I'll obviously, to do the sound check, I have to go backstage, so I'll take you backstage and then come back up and get ready to do the show. So I have about 2 hours between the sound check and the show. Okay, I'll show you the sea, then we're going to do the sound check. And he's very good at coming on, doing a pirouette and putting snow.
And putting headset.
ZYX, WV, UTS, RQP, ONM, LKJ, IHG, FEDCBA. And with that beautiful sun setting outside my little Juliet balcony, it's day dying in the west. Is that the words of an old hymn? Days dying in the west. There you go. Anyway, enough of that. It's time for me to put on my jacket, head down, and do the thing that I'm really here to do. And that is not relax and read motorcycle magazines and watch Formula One and walk around the ship and eat lovely food. That's not what I'm here for. That's what I do. But I'm here to entertain the guests. So I'm heading down to the theatre now to do my very best to do just that. Here goes. And just like that, the show is over. I had a very, very enjoyable show. I'll put up a couple of clips for you. One, just what I see side stage before I walk out. And then when the show ended, I always try to get to the door. So I came off stage, was walking through sort of the far side of the audience. The cruise director's on telling them about our port of call tomorrow, which is Kirkwall, and I just took a little video of the audience. So anyway, I'm getting into bed, a happy boy, and I will see you tomorrow in Kirkwall. Well, a very good morning. Dry land. Yes, here we are. We have arrived in Kirkwall, the capital of the Orkney Islands, our port of call for today. I'm just looking out at the weather and the activity that's happening out there, guests getting off. I'll show you that in a minute. I'm not sure. I think I will need a coat. It's windy, but there's enough blue sky to patch a sailor's pants, so that's a good sign. Now listen, I have been into Kirkwall many, many times before, and there is a detailed video of Kirkwall if you really want to see it. Although I will say the only thing that wasn't in that video was the interior of the palace ruins, simply because they were closed when I was there filming it. If they're open today, I will go in and just do a few little video clips for you. But anyway, we're going out now to get on the shuttle bus and go into Kirkwall. And when I say we are, I mean you and I. But first of all, I'll let you see the activity outside here, and then we'll go ashore. So that's the shuttle bus there. Gangway there. And off into Kirkwall, which is, from memory, yeah, over there. Just about to see it. See the steeple of the cathedral. Okay, let's get on the cruise shuttle bus and go. Just over my shoulder and dominating the skyline line here in Kirkwall, of course, is St Magnus Cathedral. I will go in and show you inside it, and there's also the museum, which I have no intention of going into because museums don't do it for me. But that doesn't mean that when you come to visit Kirkwall that you shouldn't visit the museum. If that's what you're into, you do that. Anyway, I'll take you inside the cathedral, and then we'll go and see if I can get inside the palace ruins if they're open. I'll certainly take you up into the garden anyway, let you see that. Because I'm good to you that way, even though this is not an in-depth of Kirkwall. Oh, right, we're gonna go this way. Stunning building indeed, isn't it? I timed it wrong. It is open, but it's closed for lunch. So you're just going to have to come when you visit here yourself and go inside it. There's that beautiful St. Magnus Cathedral there. Anyway, let's keep going. Now, this,
No, this is the video.
he's laughing because I forgot to hit record. This is Alex. He is the assistant purser on Vista. And I first met him, he was just an ordinary receptionist on Marina in South Africa. He comes all the way from Colombia, and he took my passport off me, and I looked at him and thought, I don't trust him. So I took a picture of him with my passport,
I'm still
which
working.
I still have to this day.
Yeah, you still have it.
Yeah,
No,
I
I
still-
did not misplace your passport. He didn't believe in me what to do.
The problem was he was taking my yellow fever card and everything off me. He was taking a lot of stuff that was important.
Yeah.
But he's done exceedingly well and has now been promoted. And I know that someday
Someday.
he's going to be at least the second purser. And the second
No,
purser is a
someday,
person,
no.
you know,
General
someday you're...
manager.
I
You
love
will
it.
see me with
I
again.
love it.
You will see.
I love somebody that has ambition.
Amen.
And you're doing
Should
great.
be, yeah.
Yeah.
Should be in that
Have
way.
you been in the cathedral yet?
This is my first time actually. He looks so nice, no?
It is nice. It's nicer when the sun's shining. But anyway, Alex, if you're ever on an Oceania or a Regent ship, you'll see him with this big smile at reception.
You're more than welcome.
Now, like most guest entertainers, when we come ashore to these places that we've been many times, there'll be a go-to coffee shop. And generally speaking, we go in there, we'll bump into other guest entertainers. Now, the one that I normally go to here in Kirkwall is actually closed on a Monday, so I wasn't able to do that. And it's a lovely little place. So I decided I would have to go then to the next best thing, which is a shop that I know down the street that does takeaway coffee. And so I went in there and I was standing in the queue waiting to get the coffee, and I saw these donuts, and I was looking at them and I was going, just resist them, just resist. You don't need it, you don't need it, you don't need, you don't. Could I have that donut, please? So I'll show you the donut, and indeed me eating it. But anyway, I've had a wonderful time here ashore in Kirkwall. Believe it or not, I've spent a couple of hours here now. Just walking about and sitting and taking in the... I love people watching, so I was doing a lot of that as well. But it's time now to head back to the ship, and I know exactly what I'm doing tonight. Sometimes I'm going back to the ship going, I don't know what I'm doing. But in actual fact, on Oceania, and indeed Regent, they cater a lot for the solo travellers. And they have a social host and a hostess on board that looks after the solo travellers. And in this particular voyage, I think it's a couple of nights, the social host will get the solo travellers and go and have pre-dinner cocktails and then go for dinner. And I always try and join at least one of those gatherings, and I'm heading tonight, indeed, along with Hannah, who I spoke to last night, but I didn't have my camera with me after the show, and that's the other guest entertainer. So both of us are going tonight to do that, have dinner with the solo travellers and the social host. And I know it'll be a wonderful evening, and then go to the show, of course. It's a cast show tonight, and that will bring to an end another day on the ship. And tomorrow we are somewhere, and it just completely eludes me where it is that we are tomorrow. I know now, it's just hit me, Stornoway. So that's where we are tomorrow. Anyway, I'll chat to you later on, before tomorrow. Incidentally, just come into my head. If you're enjoying the video, give it a little thumbs up, hit the like, and more importantly, subscribe to the channel. I'm absolutely blown away by how many people have subscribed to the channel, and I appreciate every single one of you that's joining this little community that is the Travelling Comic. and continue to do that. If you haven't already subscribed, please do. Over 90% of the people that's watching this video are not subscribers. Maybe that's you. And if it is, all you've got to do is hit the subscribe button, and it costs absolutely nothing. Okay, see you back on the ship. Now, the microphone may or may not be picking up the bagpipes. Yeah, there's a little farewell dance taking place on the quay for us as we set sail. And I will, as soon as I finish this, film a little bit of that. I'm dressed, I'm ready to go now for a dinner with the solo travellers. I'm looking forward to that. And I'll chat to you after that and let you know how I got on. Okay, I've had a wonderful day ashore, and I know a wonderful night lies ahead. Well, it was a lovely meal. There were 2 solo travellers that went to the meal. Those others went to the cocktail hour before it. 2 solo travellers, Hannah, that's the other guest entertainer, and the social host, Sophie. Lovely. Then we went to see the cast. And incidentally, one of the cast members is from Belfast, a girl from Belfast, one of the dancers in the cast. As you can see, it's still light outside because we're so far up north. We went over, so we're going from the Orkneys to the Outer Hebrides, so we went across past the top of John O'Groats. But anyway, the day's over. Nighttime. Daytime. Daylight, but it's nighttime. And I will chat to you tomorrow. I'll put up a little picture of the group of us at the table in the dining room. I'll put up a little video of the dining room as well that I took. Everybody else had gone. We were talking that long. We were the last table to leave. And I'll chat to you tomorrow in Stornoway. And good morning to our current port of call today, which is Stornoway. Okay, a little bit about Stornoway. Very, very little I'm going to tell you. It is the largest town and port of the Outer Hebrides Islands of Scotland, the chief town of Lewis on the island of Lewis and Harris. That's all I'm going to tell you. Harris, of course, is synonymous with Harris Tweed, and Harris Tweed is still manufactured. I'm pointing there because that's where I'm going off to. Harris Tweed is indeed still manufactured in the traditional way, and if you watched my full in-depth video on Stornoway, you will know that there's a guy from County Armagh who married the daughter of the owner of the Harris Tweed. He came over as an electrician, and he still lives and works and quite possibly runs the factory now. I'm not 100% sure of that. Also in Stornoway is Lewes Castle, and again in my full in-depth video I took you up to Lewes Castle. I may walk up to Lewes Castle today. If I do, I'll do a little video clip just of Lewes Castle. We're just going out for a walk, out for a wander. That's what we're doing, out for a wander. There are all sorts of tours heading off today to the historic town of Lewis, Lewes Castle walk. Well, I'll do that myself. The Harris Distillery, Panoramic Northern Lewis, Stornoway Sea Ferry, as in a safari on the sea on speedboats. Oh, that's what the guests are doing. But I'll take you with me just for a casual, relaxing wander about Stornoway. You up for that? Okay, come on, let's get going. walking in Stornoway, and a gentleman says, William Caulfield, it's Peter, our cruise director, all the way from the beautiful Oceania Vista.
I know. I've took the shuttle bus in, and I'm going to walk past via, is it Lewes Castle up there?
Yeah,
Lewes
yeah,
Castle.
yeah.
Walk all the way back to the ship, get the steps in for the food that I'm eating.
I'm impressed. How long does it take to walk back?
I think it's probably like 3 or 4 miles, like an hour, maybe.
I'm just looking at the sky.
I've got an umbrella, but it's windy.
And then later on, is it tonight I'm doing the
I think
TV
you're
with
doing
you,
your
or is it
award, your
tomorrow?
award-winning. Oh no, tonight, 5:15 TV. Yeah.
What are you going to be talking about tonight? You're going to be talking about,
Well, a bit about Killybegs. Have you been there?
yeah, and,
Okay.
and then Belfast.
And then Belfast.
Okay.
And I give him a heads up.
And I'll film a little bit of that, but
Okay,
not
cool.
very much.
All right then.
Right.
All right. Cheers. Bye.
Hi. He's a fabulous cruise director. So much fun. Ah. So now you know what I'm doing when I go back from the ship today. Anyway, I have been walking about, what do you call it? Stornoway. I'm going now to get a little coffee, and then I'll take you to Lewes Castle. Okay? It's the plan. Well, with the sun shining down upon me here in the grounds of Lewes Castle, this is as good a place as any to end the little visit, as far as the video is concerned, into Stornoway. Right out there, the ship is, and as you've already heard from Peter, you can walk back. I'm contemplating it because the sun's shining, but I would hate to get caught in the rain. Anyway, you now know my plans for tonight when I get back to the ship, because at 5:15 I have to meet up with Peter, and we're going to do the TV show. In other words, morning TV, so it'll be shown tomorrow. We'll film it tonight, but we'll pretend it's tomorrow. What he wants to talk to me, I think, is mainly Belfast, because tomorrow we're in Killybegs, and then we're in Belfast. Now, remember, if you have enjoyed the video up to this point, hit the thumbs up. It doesn't cost you anything to do. And if you have the power of your thumb, just hit it now, or even hit the thumb with your finger. I said, be a rebel. And more importantly, subscribe to the channel. It really helps this little fledgling YouTube channel if you subscribe. Now, tonight, after I do that TV thing, then I'll have dinner, and I'll go into the theatre and see Hannah's second and final show. Hopefully, I'll get to chat to her. Now, she's not leaving the ship until Belfast, so if I don't get to chat to her tonight, I really will try and get her on the video so that you realise that she's real. You've seen her picture, but you know what I mean. Okay, that's enough for now. I am going to make the decision whether I go walking that way or walk that way and get on the bus. I'm back sooner than expected. Did I walk back to the ship? No, and I'm delighted that I didn't, because I just left where I was sitting 2 minutes ago in glorious sunshine, and now I'm sheltering under a tree because it is just chucking it down at the minute. So I'm taking shelter until hopefully the wind blows that over. Then I'm getting on the shuttle bus and heading back. Decision made. Now, I've already spoke about this lady 2 or 3 times. Now, introduce yourself, say where you're from, and tell an interesting fact about yourself. Now, the reason she's laughing is because we went last night and entertained some of the solo travellers, and Sophie, who is a social host, came up with this idea.
We love Sophie.
And Sophie was great, so we went round the table and had to tell an interesting fact about ourselves. So, where
you
you
want my
go?
one?
Yeah, yeah, because you didn't tell one last night.
Did it? It was the
Did you?
naked story.
Oh yes, oh yes.
Is this okay for you?
Go ahead.
Wow. Okay, my name's Hannah. Hannah Howie. I'm from Scotland.
A very professional music teacher.
And my interesting fact is when I was travelling, aged 19, many years ago, as you can tell.
Oh, 4 years ago.
Oh, well done, William. We got there. I was on a bungee jump, and I thought, how am I going to get this experience another notch up? You know. And the rumor was, back in 2010, that if you did this bungee jump without clothing, you would get it for free.
And
Like any Scottish woman
that's
would.
what you were going to say. Being from Scotland.
I did wear a hat and
Yeah.
trainers.
And Hannah will send me a picture of that.
If you're lucky.
But anyway, apart from all of that, Hannah has a show tonight.
For our sins.
And there is a theme according to the, what do you call that there thing?
The currents.
The Currents.
Let me show you
That's
the
the
Currents.
daily newspaper.
The Daily Rag.
And what does it say about you tonight?
From Scotland to the stars.
From Scotland to the stars.
It makes sense when you see the show. Spoiler alert,
Okay,
it involves a skydive.
which you won't see because I don't film obviously the act's
Do you
performance.
not do any
Well,
cheeky-
I tell you what I do. If I have permission, I will film 5 seconds of it.
Well, you have all the permission.
Okay, it's just to give them an indication of what the show's like, but I
Oh,
don't.
yeah.
I don't put it all up because that's unfair.
I hear you, but I don't mind. I'm not precious. But I'm looking forward to tonight. I'll see you there, guys.
Yeah, well, they're all coming with me to see the show.
Of course.
Okay.
You were fab as well, by the way.
No, it's just
You want tomorrow?
Let's not do that.
Well,
Because you were fabulous.
no, if you
in
were
your first
rubbish,
show.
I would also say that.
I met Peter ashore, and I'm doing the TV thing with him tonight.
Not
'cause
jealous at all.
He only puts the stars on.
the big names on campus.
And he says to me, "Oh, I have a letter in my desk for you from a passenger."
What did it say?
Well, I haven't got it yet. And I went, "You mean complaining?" He says, "I wouldn't think so."
I hope
But
not.
anyway, now that I've mentioned it, I'll have to let them know what
Yeah,
the
you'll
letter
have
said.
to.
But once I get it.
I want to know what's
Right,
inside
okay, that's enough. She does exist. I told you she did. And I'll see you later on.
it. Ciao.
That little clip, we have set sail, and I have been down and done the morning TV show with Peter. I filmed it all. It lasts about half an hour. Normally the shows on the TV are about probably 10 minutes. This one was half an hour. I said to the cameraman, I said, "You'll have some editing to do there." Obviously, I'm not going to show you half an hour now. I let it that down to about 5 minutes. And you can speed through that if you don't want to watch it. Anyway, then I'm going to now have something to eat. Then I'll see Hannah's second and final show in the theatre, and then get into bed, wake up tomorrow morning, and we're in Killybegs. That's the plan. Okay.
Okay,
It's in New Zealand.
Is it not Tauranga, is it?
No, it's the one where they bring the old-fashioned cars out.
Oh, I know which one it is.
What do we call that place?
Hold on. Napier.
Perfect. 1, 2, we're flying.
Yeah.
Have I to open that live?
No.
Have you read it?
No, I haven't read it. I just.
3, 2.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to Vista today, where my wonderful co-host is going to be.
William Caulfield.
I know. And I thought, listen, we are going to be in Ireland for the next, I guess, couple of ports. And it only seemed like a logical step to have somebody who knows all about these ports to be my co-host.
Yeah, and look, I even put on green trousers
Yeah.
purposely.
Well, I've got to ask, I can see that you've got like sausage dogs or dachshunds on your shirt.
Yeah.
Is that symbolising anything?
It just symbolises the fact that I have 2 little dachshunds
Do you?
myself. Yeah.
Aw, what are they called?
They're called Willow, who is now 12,
Yeah.
and Blue, who is 4.
Ah.
And you'll know what I mean about this. They're the only thing I miss when I'm away.
Yeah.
I don't miss the humans. Because you can talk to them, but you can't talk to the dogs. So I really, really miss the dogs.
Listen, and that was really
Yeah.
good. And then tomorrow we are going to be in Belfast, and of course tell people
The best-
where we dock, what they can do, independent people.
This is the best port of the whole cruise.
Okay.
There are now something like 170 cruise ships come into Belfast every year. It's a big, big thing. Now, we are coming into, you're not going into Pollock Dock, you're going into the cruise terminals. That's the main cruise terminal. All I will say about that is don't look at the big fancy building that there is, because there isn't one.
Yeah.
It's a tent, it's a marquee. There is, I think it's like 10 or 20 million set aside for a brand new cruise terminal, but they haven't got around to that yet. But where you are, okay, there'll be loads of, where's the tours will probably be going to, the tours going to the Giant's Causeway. That's worth a seeing. I can tell
And
you.
what is the Giant's Causeway?
Well, the Giant's Causeway, there was 2 giants a long time ago. There was a Scottish giant and an Irish giant. And the Irish giant was called Finn McCool. And the Scottish giant, whose name eludes me, he fell out with Finn McCool and decided he would come across and fight with him.
Yeah.
So he built this causeway, putting stones across. And Finn McCool's wife realised that Finn McCool wasn't as big as the other giant. And she decided that she would dress him up as a baby.
Yeah.
So she dressed Finn McCool up as a baby and put him in this big pram. When the Scottish giant came over and saw the size of the baby, he thought, I'm not going to fight Finn McCool. He turned and ran away, and as he went away, he ripped up the causeway, which means there's only a little bit in Scotland and what's remaining.
Was in the lost and found. You came along, what a claimant.
And good morning and welcome to County Donegal. The side of the ship that I'm on is not shoreside. Well, you know that. I've just shown you a clip out the window. Anyway, this is one of the counties, County Donegal, that anytime I come to it, and I think it is one of the nicest counties in the whole of Ireland. Anytime I come here, I always think I should come back on the motorbike. And I know I'll be thinking that today, and I think I will do that. I actually will come back on the motorbike. I know when I was touring around Ireland, we came through. We actually stayed in Donegal town, but there's so much of the county that's worth exploring on 2 wheels. Anyway, we're in Killybegs, and I'm going to go ashore now. You're going to come with me, and my plan for today is because I have a show tonight, my last and final show's tonight. I'm going to have a big lunch, because I'm not going to eat before the show. I never like eating really before the show. I'm going to have a big lunch. Well, that's my plan, hopefully, in Killybegs. Fish and chips seems to be the order of the day. When I was doing the morning TV, and I'll put up a little clip after this now of what it actually looked like when it was shown on the TV, as opposed to seeing it side on from me recording it. On the TV show, I told the people that if they wanted good fish and chips here in Killybegs, there is the world famous, thanks to social media, Seafood Shack or Melly's restaurant where you can go in and sit down. I'll see what happens depending on the weather, although there is blue sky and I think it's going to be okay. There's no rain forecast actually until I'm sure I'm back on the ship, because I will have to come back and do a sound check. Okay, what is this? Well, this is the letter that was left in Peter's office for me. I actually opened it beside him when I was doing the TV thing. I opened it very tentatively, and because who knows what, it could have been complaints, it could have been anything. And then it says this up for William Caulfield, and there's a little shamrock drawn beside it. And I read this first bit and I knew it was okay. My husband and I so enjoyed the evening with you at the show. And it's from Eileen Farrow, nee Conley. And she's originally from Ireland. She says her heritage is Irish. I'm a ginger. I even wear a claddagh ring, so I feel I can share these stories with you. And she went on to give me a couple of jokes, so I can relax. Okay, enough of that. Let's head into Killybegs. Come on. Off the main street that you can go into and explore that as well. And I know for a fact I'm going to have fish and chips. Yeah. Simply because I have a show tonight. Yeah. And therefore I don't like to eat before the show, so I'm going to have a big fish and chips.
Okay, well, you've gone the next segue. Obviously, you're a comedian tonight, and it's called This, That, and the Other, your show. I know we have standing room only when you did your first show, so...
Oh, I wasn't aware of that because the lights are on.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, on the TV show, I did tell the lovely guests of two places to come here in Killybegs for fish and chips. One was the award-winning Seafood Shack. It's not here. It's here every day, but Tuesday and Wednesday. And this is Wednesday that I'm currently filming this. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to head to Melly's. Yes, yeah, Melly's, just up there, Melly's. Because I know they do great fish and chip, and I'm going to get my big lunch there. That's my plan. Come on with me. Come on, I keep saying this. Now, I'm just wandering about as you do.
Just wandering.
I've bumped into all the important people from Vista now. They're going to introduce themselves by their name. where they're from, and they'll tell you an interesting fact about it.
Oh,
Do you know why he's doing
This-
that? Because I made him do it at the solos.
This is Sophie that you've already heard me talking about. Me and Hannah were talking about you. So you are
My name's Chantel, and I'm the night auditor on board, so
The-
nobody ever sees me.
the night auditor. What do you do?
Look after all the accounts, make sure everything balances.
oh no,
Figures.
he's the one he wants
She's
to talk to
all
now.
figures.
So
everybody-
no, this bit interests me. So if somebody hasn't paid, for instance, for something, or their card has been declined, is it you that sends the letter out then for that, or
No,
do
that's-
you alert the purser?
Correct.
This is Sophie, who has,
Sorry,
I
I'm
think,
shutting my eyes. It's so bright.
she has one of the best jobs on board,
The best job on board.
because all she does is eat and drink with the
Yeah,
guests
I do
and play a few games.
occasionally. Mostly eat and drink. Yeah, and we're actually all from England.
You're all from England.
Yeah,
I know. I apologise to
Yeah.
my sponsor. This is Jason, who normally would be assistant cruise director, but he's on a little jolly. Let's leave it
I'm
at
on
that.
a jolly. I'm on a
On-
jolly.
on-
But do you know my interesting fact?
yes, he did
So-
panto in
Oh, I
Grand
tell me
Opera
something,
House.
Jason.
Okay,
Gonna be
go
it.
ahead. Go ahead.
Don't say
My
his
first
interesting
job
fact.
after leaving college, I was in pantomime in the Grand Opera House, Belfast, with Donna and John Lenihan, as well as May McFettridge. What about you?
And you know this guy at
Yeah,
the back
I was
with
on
us.
yesterday, and I'm follically challenged, so I'm wearing my hat now, so I don't get sunburnt, and that's my beautiful blue eyes.
And of course,
That is it.
they've seen us recording bits
Yeah.
of the
Okay,
thing.
good.
And
Now we're looking for fish and chips.
we're all going for fish and chips, and I don't want to sit with them because they'll be talking shop.
No.
But anyway, we're going to fish and chips. We're going to Melly's, which is now open.
Okay, good.
Hey.
Okay. Well, that was a lovely chance meeting with those guys and girls, and we went and had our fish and chips, as you saw, and then, yeah, it's hiding there. Peter bought us all ice cream. I'm having a wonderful time, but there's still more to show you of Killybegs. I'll eat this and take you with me. Well, I've had an absolutely fabulous time here in Killybegs. I've spent far more time than I thought I even would. But anyway, it's not that I'm in a rush back to the ship. I do have to do a sound check, but that'll probably not be until maybe 8 o'clock tonight. Anyway, the ship's over my shoulder, and that's where I'm going to now. I'll do the sound check, then I'll do my show, and then tomorrow we're in Belfast when I leave. But enough for now. I'll bring the little visit to Killybegs to a close, and I'll chat to you later on. And don't forget, hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. You'll be doing me a big favour. Thanks. In advance. Thank you. Well, we've set sail. I'm about to go down and do my last and final show. And then when that's done, I may have one last drink up in the horizons. If Hannah and Peter and all goes up there, I will. If not, I'll just come back down here and finish packing. So I'll chat to you before bedtime. And just like that, I'm back in the cabin, show done, another well-filled theatre, an appreciative audience, which is all that matters. And it's time now to finish packing, put everything in the case apart from what I'm wearing home. But I'll chat to you tomorrow morning from Belfast. And a very good morning to Belfast. Yes, I have sailed up Belfast Lock and arrived in what is in effect my home port, and I leave the ship here in about an hour's time. I'm going to go to grab breakfast with Hannah before she leaves the ship to fly back to Scotland. Anyway, that is the end of 6 nights on board this beautiful Oceania Vista on part of its round the British Isles voyage. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed it, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. Also, please subscribe to the channel. It means a lot to me and it really helps the YouTube algorithm. I don't understand anything about that, but I'm told it helps the algorithm to get these little videos out there and get more people to join this growing community that is, of course, the Travelling Comic here on YouTube. Anyway, thanks for watching. Whatever you're doing for the rest of today, tonight, wherever you are, or whatever time of the day it is, you have a great one, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.